As you know, I'm Kyneton the Tech Pro, and today I'm going to teach you how to become a data scientist very easily. One thing I know about you is that you want to be a data scientist or you want to become a machine learning expert. The problem that many people have is that they don't do it the right way. The reason is because many people go to buy some courses online, they go to watch so many videos, but this is not actually the right way to be a machine learning expert. For me, I've been a data scientist for about 10 years, about 12 years now. I've been a programmer for about 21 years, 1999, because I was writing programs at that time without a computer, but this is a story for another day. I'm going to just tell you the best way to become an expert in machine learning without paying anything, without putting so much effort, without trying to take a crash program, without resigning from your job. You can become a machine learning expert. How does it work? It works by a principle called progressive learning. What does it mean? Think of how you learned your mother tongue. You learned it by practicing it every day. So you don't pay anything to learn your mother tongue, you simply learn it progressively over time. This method of learning has proved to be the best way to learn anything you want to learn. So want to apply this method in machine learning and data science, the method of progressive learning, and you become a machine learning expert. Now, I come out with some kind of procedure. Let's say if you spend 5 minutes of your time every day, only 5 minutes of your time every day that passes by, then in 6 months you spend 5 minutes into 180 places. Let's put it in perspective. I make, let's say, 10 minutes lesson, 10 minutes easy lesson I've made. This 10 minutes lesson, you take it every 2 days, and it means that in 6 months you've taken 90 different data science lessons. That is a lot, and that's enough for you to cover data science syllabus or course outline over and over. So that is the method I want you to use. If you don't use this method and you decide to buy a course online, I say go to buy some course on data science, and this course, you see the course outline, it becomes complicated. You talk about deep learning, recurrent neural network, convolutional neural network, and a whole lot of things. These things are overwhelming. Don't worry yourself looking at the course outline. Simply follow my class. 10 minutes every lesson, every 2 days. In 90 days or in 6 months, you've done 90 different lessons in data science. And if you write down in your diary today, you are starting today, and check what's going to happen in 6 months, you are going to look back and see how much you've covered. Now, let me show you how these lessons are organized. Now, I've made 6. They are about 6 now, because there are a group of people called Datamatics. They have been following this lesson for the past 2 weeks, and we are now in lesson 6. So every 2 days, you have 10 minutes lesson. If you simply can make out 10 minutes of your time to follow this lesson, that will be excellent. In 6 months, you are done. You are a data scientist, data scientist. You are not a data technician, you are not a data analyst, you are a data scientist. Now, don't get confused, because this is the confusion that we see online every time. I've kind of offered one of my channels. This channel is not monetized, so no adverts is placed on it now. And I want to use it for the next 6 months to teach, to help many people as possible to become data scientists or machine learning experts. Now, these two things, they are different, but they are related. Putting them together because actually you can actually move from one to the other. So let me put the two of them together. I call this channel let me see, I call this channel, it's Kyneton the Genius, but that's my name. But the channel, let me just go to show you. It says data science and machine learning with Python and R. So you can get updates from here every 2 days. You have 10 minutes. If you're able to follow consistently these 10 minutes classes every 2 days, then in 6 months you've covered everything without any effort, without any too much effort. You simply need to be consistent. Let me show you how easy the lessons are. You can see, if you go to this channel, you go to playlist, you can see how to become a data scientist. If you open it, is actually the same as this playlist as well. Is the same as this playlist. You can see, let me just reduce the font of this. So this is how one of the lectures look. So this simply shows how to import different data types, different file types into Python and Jupyter Notebook, TSC data, CSV, XLS, other file format, how to import them. This is very easy, and that is how all the lessons are. They are no-brainers. Everybody can follow it from beginning to end. You simply need to be consistent. The lesson is about 10 minutes, but it might take you about 15 minutes to go through it and do it yourself, or 15 minutes to 20 minutes to complete it. As I mentioned, you need to be consistent, follow it every 2 days. By 2 days, you are expected to cover the lesson before the next one is released. If you are having challenges, let us know immediately, and you are going to be helped to cover it, to complete it before the next one comes out. Now, as I say, this channel is not monetized, no ads, is simply for this purpose. So you are free to download the videos to your system and follow it easily. But now you need in your system Jupyter Notebook. You also need Jupyter Notebook. Yeah, if you install Anaconda, that will be fine. It comes with Python, Jupyter Notebook, Spider, and a few other things. If you want, you can also install RStudio. RStudio and Python, they are the two things we are going to use in this class. We also recommend if you can install something like PyCharm. PyCharm is for Python programming, because while you are learning data science and machine learning, we also recommend you have a very good knowledge of Python. You don't have to pay to learn Python. Don't make that mistake. If you happen to go to pay to start learning some courses, you are going to be overwhelmed, and eventually you might not actually end up where you want. Because I've seen many of my friends do this. Because I've helped hundreds of people become data scientists without them having to pay a dime. So, consistency. So what you should do if you come to the channel, what you should do is, I'll tell you about this Machine Learning 101 after now. So if you come, you simply subscribe, and then activate notification using this bell icon right here. You can see once you do this, then every 2 days you receive notification. The lesson is released, you simply go do it and relax. In 6 months, you've covered everything. So what I recommend, you start this evening, take lesson 6, or maybe start from lesson 1 and take it step by step, and then you are going to cover it. Now, I did Machine Learning 101. If you remember, I don't know if you joined my Machine Learning 101. I did it, and that was great. Why I did it was to also teach machine learning, but I figured out that this way tend to be a bit more difficult because I was actually covering a whole lot of things in a little time. But in this case, Kyneton the Genius, that is the name of this channel on YouTube. You easily get follow this program for 6 months. Now, if you want to support me, I'll recommend you visit my website, kynetonthegenius.com, and then buy me a coffee. For instance, if you go to www.kynetonthegenius.com, that is my website. I teach a whole lot of things: programming, Java, Node.js, Spring, JavaScript, C++, C Sharp, ASP.NET, React.js, and a whole lot of things I teach on my website. So you can just buy me a coffee. I'll appreciate that. If you want to support me in other ways, that'll be great. As I mentioned, my YouTube channel I'm using for this class, Kyneton the Tech Pro, you can see, is not monetized. There is no advert that is going to be placed on it. So I recommend you subscribe and then follow the lessons from beginning to end. Write in your diary today. We are starting it today, being September, and in February next year, we are going to be a data scientist. That is guaranteed. It's been tried and tested over and over again. And I'm going to stop here. Hopefully, I'm going to see you in the next class. If you want, you can reach me in the description box of this video. You can see a link to my website, kynetonthegenius.com. You can buy me a website. You have our tutorials. You have a few other things. You can also see a link to Machine Learning 101 if you want to do that. But I say Machine Learning 101 tends to be a bit more difficult than what we are doing right now. What we are doing here is also in the description box of this video. So subscribe, as you see I subscribed, and activate notification, and then we are going to get started. I would like to hear from you. Leave a comment below. If you are one of success stories, please share with us easily, and we are going to form a large community. And later I'm going to be telling you about the forum of data scientists that we've created from this program. So I remain Kindton the Genius, and I'm always there for you. I'm a volunteer. I love teaching. The reason is because I've been learning for several years, 20-something years. I've been learning programming, software engineering, data science. Now I want to teach. I want to impart this knowledge because it's easy for me to acquire this knowledge, but I want to teach, to impart it to people so that I cannot just remain with this knowledge by myself. So I'd like to thank you for being there. I would like to advise you don't give up, because in learning sometimes it becomes a bit challenging. Sometimes it becomes a bit challenging, but don't give up. Try to weather the storm, ask for assistance, and then we are going to help you, because that is people like me are volunteers that help learners or scholars all over the world to learn. So I'm going to stop here, and hopefully you are going to do so well. I'm going to say thumbs up to you for being here and for making the effort to learn. So let's move on to the next part.